What's up, comrades? Wolf here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a probably short, brief review for the Transformers movie Bumblebee. I intended on doing this earlier in the week, but I got held up with a bunch of other stuff. But the movie is still relatively fresh in my mind, and I wanted to talk about it for a little bit. So let's kind of just get started. I just want to say that I never thought in my wildest dreams anytime soon that I would say that there is a good Transformers movie in live action. I never thought it was possible. Michael Bay probably pretty much royally screwed up the universe so goddamn badly over the course of, I don't know how long it's been, probably almost 10 years. I'm not quite sure if it's quite 10 years yet, but it's been so long. But oh my god, it's been so bad. I think that the only movie out of all of them that I've seen that are Transformers related that I thought was, oh, okay, it's decent, was the first one. I still think it's pretty bad, but and even the other ones have their entertaining quality, and by entertaining quality I mean they're so bad that it's good kind of fun. You know, you get to laugh at it. The jokes are so goddamn cringy. It's like watching a car crash. You just can't look away. But thankfully, for this particular movie, for Bumblebee, that is not the case. From what I can understand, or from what I've ascertained, this is a prequel to the main Michael Bay Transformers universe, or at least that's what they want us to believe. Or at least it has some sort of very similar connection, you know? But if I'm being honest, there are a few little plot holes and whatnot that I really don't know if that is the case, or there's parts near the end that don't quite add up or make sense. So I'm not even going, and that would be delving into spoilers, so I'm not going to do that currently. But I just want to start off, because this movie started off with probably one of the best opening sequences and what I've always wanted from a live-action Transformers movie. The Autobots and Decepticons on Cybertron. And they look like the original Gen 1 counterparts. Very, very closely resembling their Gen 1 counterparts. It's just goddamn beautiful to see it on screen. It's like, this is what we wanted. This is what the Transformers fans were dying for so long. And now we finally get it. And it's actually really cool to see. It is relatively brief. It's only a few minutes. But it's like, if they wanted to just like completely cut out all the human-based stuff and go real full-scale prequel stuff and just show us a film series with Cybertron as the main backdrop, I'm down. Totally down for it. I'd watch the hell out of that. We didn't get that with this movie, but there was enough nostalgia that it was a good type of nostalgia. It wasn't, aggressively forced to me. It was more like, it was simple, it was basic, it felt natural, and it felt just genuinely nice to see. This one didn't feel so much as like a desperate attempt at a cash grab as some of the others tend to be. After the initial scene, you will of course get to meet the main character, Charlie, played by Hailey Stanfield. She's really good in this movie. I enjoyed her character quite a bit. Actually, well, no, you didn't get her. You got John Cena first. I'm sorry, I kind of mixed up. I forgot the list of things, but John Cena was the first human character to interact with Bumblebee, because they showed the trailer where he's being chased by the military. Yeah, that scene was really good. And John Cena is, well, wherever he goes, he's like The Rock in a lot of ways, where he just, he chews up the scenery whenever he's on screen, and it's like, that's John. That's Cena. You can't see me? No, I see you, John. I see you quite well. And it's nice to see you in this movie. It really is. I really enjoyed him in the movie. He didn't get a lot of time, and he really didn't have very much of a Well, I guess he had somewhat of a character arc of learning to trust the Autobots. But, other than that, he didn't get a lot of time to shine because a lot of the main focus was on Charlie and her character. Her character was very heartfelt, very warm, and it felt like a human being. You know how in the other Transformers movies they made the humans unbearable to contend with? I could contend with her because she's actually a good character. She's struggling with things like the loss of her father and trying to get over that loss, which is, it's a human thing that we all have to deal with. And it was very well handled. It didn't feel overly forced or too overly dramatic. It gave the movie a heart, is what I'm basically saying. It gave the movie a heart, it gave it feeling, it gave it meaning. Other human characters, or at the very least her parents, they were kind of... It was like the Sam Witwicky family again, only less terrible. It was like kind of step in the right direction, but they were still real kind of annoying and not really very good. Less of them, the better, basically. We also had Memo. Memo was another character in the movie. George Lindborg. He's okay. He didn't get a whole lot of time in the movie. He was more or less just there for a love interest for Charlie, which was fine. But didn't get all mushy lovey-dovey like, Sam and his girlfriends. This was more natural. It was like, no, we're not that type of relationship at this point. We're just really good friends, and we like each other. Which was fine. The one thing I will say about this movie, the Decepticons that are in the movie, because in a sense there are only 3 that are pursuing Bumblebee. One is a Seeker, who I don't know the name of, and then the 2 lead, they seem to be, they were triple changers that also were chasing Bumblebee. They were basically bounty hunters. They were okay. They were good antagonists, but I don't think they ever mentioned their names. Not once. I'm trying to remember, and let me just kind of check. Okay, so the 3 Decepticons did have names, but I don't think they said their names frequently enough to really warrant very much, because one of the Decepticons, the red and white jet that everyone thought was Starscream, actually turned out to be Blitzwing. Then the other 2 are Shatter and Dropkick. They're fine. They're just there to be antagonists and to fight. Their motivations were pretty simple and basic, which I don't expect much else from Transformers, especially for Decepticons. But at the same time, it could have been better, and I would have liked it if they got to be more interactive and actually, have conversations. But overall, I really did enjoy the Bumblebee movie. I think that there was a decent amount of, human interaction. There was a decent amount of Transformers action and stuff going on with them. It was a nice, healthy balance. I know some people were a little bit upset that there wasn't more action. Me personally, I liked that they tried to keep it grounded and tried their best to kind of keep it contained. So that really was a good time. I really enjoyed the movie. If I were to give it a rating, I don't know, I'd probably give it a solid A. It was a good movie. It's a movie nearing the end of the year, and surprisingly, I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. So, if you've seen the Transformers Bumblebee movie, please tell me down in the comment section below. Or if you haven't seen the movie, I highly suggest you go out and see it. It was a good time. Me and my mom enjoyed ourselves quite thoroughly watching it. And, of course, please as always, do not forget to also subscribe to this channel if you're new here. And, hit notification bell as well. But, of course, as always, do not forget to raise your nerd flags high, and I will see you next time. Nightwolf is out.